Here's Prescott. Over middle, fire, caught, CeeDee Lamb, touchdown, Dallas.
What up, Cowboy Nation? It's your boy Big D over here at Big D Media, talking all things Dallas Cowboys and other NFL news. Do me a favor before I get started. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, share the video, all that jazz, so you'll know anytime we talking football over here on the channel. Now, I know it's been a minute, man, since I made a video. Just been busy with life. Life be lifing sometimes, so. But I'm back. I ain't going nowhere, and trying to get this off-season thing going. I watched some of the Senior Bowl this weekend. I seen some guys that I kind of like, especially on the O-line. You know what I mean? I really feel like we if we want to get where we going, we got to keep our O-line top notch. That is a staple in Dallas Cowboy football. Having a good, just like certain teams, they have they signature units. You feel what I'm saying? Baltimore is always the defense. Baltimore is gonna be the defense. San Francisco, it's usually the offense, this complicated offense with weapons everywhere that you really can't do nothing with. You know what I mean? The Patriots, you know, a bunch of random stars that nobody is a star, but all of them, you know, make a name for themselves once they get with the Patriots. It'd be guys you really don't even know. But, yeah, man, I think we need to keep our offensive line. I think we need to upgrade our offensive line, Tyler Biadasz, he didn't serve us well, but I feel like Tyler struggled a lot with strength and just brute force. Whenever he matched up with somebody like that, it's never a good day for us, and we never can get the run going. We need a center that's a bully. We need a dog up there, somebody that's a little bit nasty. I'm not going to lie, man. If it's a competition, if we don't let Tyler Biadasz go where he's going, because I don't see Tyler Biadasz getting any money like a top center in the NFL, because our run game is too inconsistent, and the offensive line starts with your center. So I would like to see a competition with him and Bryce Hoffman. Like, when Bryce Hoffman and T.J. Bass played against Washington, did anybody notice how well we ran the ball? I know it's Washington, but one thing about Washington, their front seven usually going to be legit, and they have been. I know they played their starters. You feel what I'm saying? Most of their starters played up front, except for Jonathan Allen, and we know what Jonathan brings. So it could have been that could have been one of the reasons we ran the ball a little better. But I feel like when TJ and Bryce Hoffman played, man, we ran the ball particularly well. But if we don't let Tyler go, which we have a lot of free agents, I mean, a list of 14. We got Tyron Smith, Tony Pollard, Stephon Gilmore, Dorrance Armstrong, Jaron Kearse, Jordan Lewis, Dante Fowler, Noah Igbenogany, Jonathan Hankins, Trent Sieg, Chuma Edoga, Neville Gallimore, Rico Dowdle, and Tyler Biadasz. So, sorry, y'all. This will be a different looking football team next year, especially defensively, hopefully up front, on both sides. You know, I don't think we need to make a major change to the offensive line, but I think we can upgrade in some areas. You know, I like Terrence Steele, but if somebody can come in, but, you know, Terrence Steele is still getting paid, so hopefully this year we can see some improvement and, you know, some recovery from that ACL. Well, he tore every ligament in his knee, so maybe that's why Terrence Steele struggled a little bit. I think we ought to give him the grace of one more season, let him come back fully healthy, have a healthy training camp and all that, and then I think we'll see Terrence Steele get back to what got Terrence Steele paid, because I believe our run game kind of struck. Right, Terrence Steele is one of our best run blockers. I believe he does that best, and I believe maybe that could be a reason why our run game struggled this year also. But it all started in the middle at center. And if Tyler Biadasz is a free agent, like I say, I don't see him demanding a large payout, like the top centers get. So we might end up keeping him for cheap. But if he do stay around, I'd like to see a competition between him and Bryce Hoffman. I really would. Or let's go out and get a whole new center, a dog. You know what I mean? But we've been struggling to find a center since Travis Frederickson. And I think that set us back a few years because we planned on Travis being our center until he didn't want to anymore. Excuse me. So that's another area I feel like we can improve in. I feel like the weapons around Dak can improve. Jalen Tolbert showed us a little bit this year, showed us a step up in his game. Particularly loved the catch in Miami. It showed a lot of what we thought we would be getting from Jalen Tolbert. Jake Ferguson, I feel like Jake took that leap this year. If Schoon can make a leap next year along with Jake Ferguson, man, it's going to be a scary offense. Schoonmaker is a huge tight end. He can run block. He a little nasty with it too. Him and Jake, we got two good young tight ends. You know what I mean? Hendershot, I like Hendershot, but I think Schoon came in and made his name, and I think he's a little better than Hendershot, if you ask me. Now, Hendershot is the flashy tight end. He's not that road grader we need him to be. When we trying to line up and run the ball, we need boys who want to line up and block. You know what I'm saying? Not saying he don't want to. He's just not the best blocker. And I think Jake and Schoonmaker bigger than him too. I'm looking to get bigger, stronger, faster, and younger, especially on defense. You know what I mean? Up front, Jonathan Hankins, we love him. But other than that, we have nobody in the middle right now that can help us stop the run. That's a dog. That's just a dominant force in the middle. And I believe we need that. Damone Clark, and hopefully we can see a bigger jump next year. He is an outside linebacker, I believe. I don't think he can play in the middle. I think it's too much going on in there because he has to read both sides of the field. I think if he was reading one side of the field, he might be a little bit better because he just gets lost. And as far as the run, he doesn't need to be in the middle of the field where he has to go two ways because he doesn't process and diagnose plays fast enough, and he doesn't process information during the game. It seems like the same plays work on him the same way every time. You show him the same look, he gonna look for it every time. He never learns his lesson like, oh, last time they got me to go this way and the play was really going this way. So I never see that from Damone Clark, the IQ of a real middle linebacker, because I don't believe he's a real middle linebacker. If you ask me, he's small and he's just not physical enough. He really not. He's not really. He don't bust heads. When you're a middle linebacker, man, at the end of the day, it's going to come down to some contact. And if you can't go and put somebody on their ass, and it's going to be a struggle for you. So I know it's far-fetched, but if we can get Patrick Queen with a star on his hat, oh, man, our defense will look a lot better, especially with what we got going on the outside. Now, I think we can improve at strong safety. J-Ron Curse looked like, I don't think J-Ron going to be back. We'll see. But J-Ron Curse, I like J-Ron Curse. Don't have a problem with him. But as far as his play here lately, I just think he's taking a step back and he's a step slower now. That's all I believe. I don't have no problem. I'm not trying to degrade him. I'm not trying to put him down. J-Ron Curse in the NFL, I got a lot of respect for him. You know what I mean? Especially through all the injuries that he been through, Achilles, all that, and to make what he's made out of the rest of his career, man, you can't do nothing but give him a hand. But We're going to have to show you the dough while we giving you a hand, player, because we need to get younger at strong safety. We need a strong safety is just like a glorified linebacker, pretty much. You feel what I'm saying? He get the best of both worlds. He get to guard some of the best receivers and tight ends, and he get to come down and feel on the run like a linebacker. So we need somebody who thinks like a linebacker but covers like a DB. That's what we need at strong safety. You feel what I'm saying? A Buda Baker, somebody like that. Tyrann Mathieu when he was young. Tyrann ain't never been a big guy, but he could tackle, man, and he was good at filling lanes on the run. So we need more of that on our squad. But the main thing we need is them linebackers, man. That's where it starts on defense. You need those linebackers. You need those machines in the middle that's calculating information. You know what I'm saying? Reading, reacting, and getting to it. Anticipating plays. That's what we need to see. That old Sean Lee, Luke Kuechly type play. That's the kind of linebacker I want. A genius back there where you can't fool him. And he can let the rest of, when you can fool the middle linebacker, a lot of times you fool the defense. It's a lot of trust being a starting middle linebacker, calling the plays, getting everybody where they need to be. You just the quarterback on the other side of the ball. And we have not taken that position seriously. So we need to start. Since Sean Lee, I don't believe we've taken the middle linebacker position as serious as we should take it. As serious. That dude need to be able to do everything. Look at your Roquan Smiths and your Fred Warners. You know, these guys, man, you can't fool them. You can't fool them. And if you do, you'll pay for it. You'll pay for it in the end. So I want to see us step it up as far as, you know, going out and taking middle linebacker and the importance of it into consideration. That's all I want us to do. Jerry say we all in. Well, we need to be there. And when I see moves like Derrick Henry and Patrick Queen, you know, I know I'm just throwing some names out there, but when I see people in that tier of players coming to the Dallas Cowboys, I'll know that we going all in and that we serious about winning this Super Bowl, because I don't believe we just satisfied with people talking about us. A lot of content creators say that. A lot of y'all say, and you're not wrong. That's your opinion. You feel what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is my opinion is that I don't believe Jerry Jones is just happy with people talking about the Cowboys, especially the way they talking about them. You feel what I'm saying? Excuse me. But it's a certain way that we need to go about this offseason to show that we really serious about winning this Super Bowl. You know, and when we do that, I believe we'll get to the goal we want, at least get there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say we'll win the Super Bowl, because you can have look at the two teams playing this week. Both of them had everything they needed to get to the Super Bowl, right? But one of them have to lose. Excuse me. My phone keep ringing. But, yeah, one of these teams have to lose this week. You know, so they had everything they needed to get to the Super Bowl, but it just may not work out. It's not going to work out for one of these teams. Do that mean they need to blow everything up? They need to fire their coach and get rid of this player and that player? No. Nah, it don't mean that. You know, it just mean they need to get back to the drawing board and figure out why they didn't get it done. But the way everybody wanted everybody gone, you know. Everybody, I seen several posts that said, fire everybody, get rid of Micah, get rid of Dak. And it's like, what are you talking about? I was upset at the loss. I'm upset when we lose in the playoffs. I'm not just going to go to saying deranged, stupid thing. You can get rid of Dak Prescott right now if you want to. I guarantee you're going to want him back by week 5. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. We've gotten used to a certain level of success with Dak Prescott. You can call him what you want. You can call him a choker. You can call him whatever. But show me how many times Dak Prescott has won less than 10 games. Less. 10 games or less. He always up. He been in the league 8 years. 4 of his seasons. 13-3. 3 of them 12-5. So, you know, y'all have to miss me with the Dak as a choker and it's all Dak and we'll never win with Dak. We'll never win with the way we've been playing defense, and especially against the run. We thought our defense was good enough. They was good enough to get some turnovers. They was good enough to, get sacks. We didn't even get as many sacks as we got last year, and I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all felt like we were going to be better this year, and we didn't even get as many sacks as we got last year. So, people are catching on to the Dan Quinn scheme. It's just what it is. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be some growing pains in Washington this year. He doesn't have everything he need over there. So I hope everybody don't, unless they just flip the script, change everything from top to bottom, which they can't because it's rookies, it's people that's been drafted. Now, if they just going to go and all out release them people and trade them, it is going to be some problems. I don't think Washington was a horrible team this year. I think defensively, they struggled, and offensively, it was a lot of turnovers. You know what I mean? But they gave teams a run for their money, some good teams, But, like I say, our Dallas Cowboys, I'm glad we passed the drama. I'm glad CeeDee Lamb finally said something. Not really what I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear that me and Dak have talked, and him and my mom then hashed it out, or whatever. I don't want to hear about you and Dak being the best duo. We know that. We want to know what you said to Dak since your mother pretty much just put it out there that it was his fault that we lost in the playoffs and that she wished that we would get rid of him or trade you to Houston. That's what we wanted to hear. That's what we wanted to hear. But maybe your PR people told him at the Pro Bowl not to ask you about that. He won't answer questions about the Dak Prescott situation. So we'll wait and see how the relationship is, because what CeeDee Lamb told me the other day, it didn't prove nothing to me. Dak Prescott wasn't there. Dak Prescott wasn't there to tell us everything all right. Your mama went after Dak. You feel what I'm saying? And from what I understand, you and Dak good friends. So I'm pretty sure he didn't met your mother before. So I'm pretty sure it's pretty awkward between you and him right now. And if it's not, it should be. And it would be if it was me. So, but anyway, past all that negativity, man, I'm excited, really, to see who our new DC going to be and see how we look. I don't know, with this new DC, and this is just how I'm thinking. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody, we need to get a linebacker in round 1. We have a first-round linebacker. We have a first-round linebacker named Micah Parsons. And I think when he only plays defensive end, that you can game plan better for him. But when you have to block him from sideline to sideline, because you can look at the numbers, his sacks were better these last few years. His year was not better than his first year when he played linebacker predominantly. So, me personally, I would like to see number 11 step back off the line, maybe use him in third down. Because if we get Mike Zimmer, he's going to be blitzing from the A-gap anyway. He's not going to be on the end anyway. So, I would like to see us go for another pass rusher, a good pass rusher, not decent. Because if you're going to replace Micah Parsons' production out here, we need you to be, at least up 9-10, close to 10 sacks. for the year. You feel what I'm saying? So, but I would like to see Michael Parsons play linebacker. I just would. He'd be one of the freakiest NFL players we've seen. He can play middle linebacker. He can drop back in coverage. But also on third down, he can line up and beat your best offensive tackle. That's rare, man. That's rare. That's rare. We can put him where. Just think of all the spots you can put Michael Parsons. If you step him back off the ball, you can put him at outside linebacker sometimes. That'll just confuse you. That'll just confuse you. You feel what I'm saying? Put him on the running backs. Make sure the running backs don't get out in space. I mean, we really have a linebacker that I don't believe is in this draft this year. I don't believe you can find a Micah Parsons at linebacker in this draft. You just can't. So, I don't think we need a linebacker in the first round. I think we need to move our first round linebacker back to linebacker and see how that works out for us. Because we good up front as far as rushing the pass. I don't think it's all about sacks. We need to start stopping the run. So, I want to see Jerry Jones get some of them run stoppers in here. We got the secondary to make things happen. But we need to solidify that front seven. We need to solidify it, especially in the middle. D-tackle and linebacker are really the two main positions. D-tackle, linebacker, running back. Not in that order, but those three positions I feel like are a necessity. And center. I really feel like we need a new center. I like Tyler Biadasz. I think we good on the rest of the line. When Tyron Smith healthy, as you can see, it's quiet over there. Still, to this day, it's still a lot of noise over there when he healthy. It's real hush-hush over there. So, I feel like Tyler is our weak link on the offensive line. And I think if we can get a little nastier at front, at center, and I'm not going to lie, I don't think Zach pushed people the way he used to. It's probably an unpopular opinion, but Zach Martin got to get old too. And I believe we're starting to see that. You feel what I'm saying? If you ask me, Zach wasn't really an all-pro this year, man. I think his body of work got him that, accomplishment this year. And I'm not saying he didn't play well this year, but I just don't think he was an all-pro player. And I don't believe Zach Martin moves the line of scrimmage like he used to. Just my opinion. But I feel like if we can improve up front on offense, get us a running back in here that can take on some contact, that can move some people, that can bring some people with him to the, to the first down marker, we'll be all right. Because we missed Zeke this year. You can say what you want. We missed them good, tough 2 and 3 yard runs that should have been a 4-yard loss. We missed that this year. And I think a lot of y'all realize how important Ezekiel Elliott was to us this year. Without all the flash, you still need a hammer in there to beat up on the defense. Every team got multiple running backs. We can't keep trying to use one running back to do everything. The league has moved on from that. So we need to follow suit. But, yeah, man, I'm excited. I don't know who our DC going to be. Mike Zimmer. I don't think Mike Vrabel is a candidate. Like I said, Ron Rivera. Ron in our riverboat run and always led some good defenses. Played for the 85 Bears. Played linebacker. So I think he know a little something about playing defense. So I'm not just going to write him off. Like, he can't coach. Look what he did in Washington. Man, Ron Rivera has been fighting cancer. And I think his life became a little bit more important than winning somebody a Super Bowl. So I'm thinking he just wanted to finish that job. He got out of there. He fulfilled his commitment, and now it's time to move on. So if we end up with Ron Rivera, I do believe he demands respect. I think he knows a lot about the game from beginning to end, because some things from the beginning just haven't changed. And that's running the ball and stopping the run. Those two things haven't changed since the beginning of football. And if you cannot do either of those two things, you will not be a good football team. And if you are, you will not be going anywhere in the playoffs, as we can see. So I want to see us make improvements on the offensive line, running back, defensive line, linebacker. That's where I want to see our improvements at. And put some more weapons around my boy Dak. You know, we was decent this year, but Brandon Cooks and Gallup and I think we could just get better in them areas. It's nothing against those guys, but we want to win a Super Bowl and we need to be better. So I feel like we can get better in those areas. Let's see what this free agency do. Let's see what Jerry got for us. He talking a good game right now, but I don't believe it's all Jerry. We seen what would happen. The Deons and Terrell Owens and all that when Jerry Jones was really running the show. We don't make those splashes no more ever since he handed the keys over to Steven. So I think a lot of the time we be blaming the wrong person. But like I say, some of our Cowboy fans are lazy and they take the easy way out. Dak, it's Jerry, it's Dak. It's Jerry, it's Dak. Like I can get it that sometimes Jerry makes some bad moves. Jerry not down there jumping in the B gap when he should be in the A gap. Jerry not doing it. Jerry not, jumping off sides. And you feel what I'm saying? Missing tackles. That's not Jerry Jones. He put the people out there. Y'all love the team until they lose. And then, Jerry know this team wasn't good enough to win. Well, I saw you cheering all year until they lost. And now they wasn't good enough. I cheered all year, but now I've come to the realization that our defense wasn't good enough. And I think once we can get through that and quit blaming Dak, we'll be all right. Now, Dak had a big part in it. Don't get me wrong. He didn't play well. But, I mean, when you walking uphill, your whole walk tends to get a little tough. So, my boy came out on the field down 7-0. And his top receiver dropped the ball on third down when he hit him. So, you can say what you want about Dak Prescott, but that game was not his fault. So, that's the last I'll say that. We're going to keep on grinding through the off season, man. The Senior Bowl was a good one. I'm not really that guy that just get into all these college names, but I will, come see who stood out at the Senior Bowl, come with some names of some linebackers and some linemen, maybe some running backs we look at if we don't get Big King Henry over here or Saquon, somebody, and see what we're going to be looking forward to in 2024. I'm excited, man. It's going to be especially a different defense. Every year you get a different looking team. So that's what sucks, that particular team that we loved couldn't get it done. But it's all good, man. Somebody else will fall for the next guy next year. So can't wait to see what we do in the draft and free agency. And just ready to get it rolling, man. Ready for this 6 months to pass us by so we can get back to what we love best, and that's that Sunday football. But I appreciate you for watching the video. We will be grinding through the off season, trying to get this podcast going. And yeah, man, that's it, man. Looking forward to things in 2024 for Big D, and we just gonna keep the train moving, man. If you want to be part of the Big D family, man, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. That way you know when I'm dropping content over here, man, and come join us and chop it up and conversate with us and comment with us, and we'll definitely respond back. So thank y'all for watching this video, man. I hope everybody is enjoying the new year so far, and just can't wait to get back to football season. I know the season ain't even over yet. We still got the Super Bowl, old Patty Mahomes versus Brock Purdy. Man, what y'all gonna say if San Francisco don't get it done again? Are they gonna become big-time chokers? Or nah, they got there. That's good enough, right? But I'm Big D here at Big D Media, man. I appreciate you watching the video. And as always, go Cowboys.